And we're back. The monthly Marchand and Ourand, Andrew Marchand and John Ourand here. John, your latest piece went into how the NFL could create another full TV package without an 18th game. How so?
There are a couple ways to do this. One is they're pretty close to doing it anyway, Andrew, because they have, how many international games do they have right now? It's I think 7.
7, yep. I think 7's right.
The NFL is getting 4 games back from the NFL Network as it goes over to ESPN. So that's 11 games right there. So you only need another. I was an English major, not a math major,
Yes.
But you only need another like 7 games. So where can those 7 games come from? Let's take a look at the Sunday afternoon and all of the overlap on Sunday afternoon broadcasters. And one of the Fox and CBS, they don't want to give up a ton of games. But they occasionally they have games that go to like 5% of the country in the 1 o'clock window. And so if you take that out, not have it compete with Sunday afternoon, but like put it in an early window or put it in some sort of primetime window on another night of the week, you can end up coming up with some games. So for the longest time, I was thinking the only way for the NFL to create a package was to get the Players Association to agree to extend the season by 1 more game. But the league believes that there's another way to do it. The networks also see that as a potential way forward. And the reason that I wrote about it is Wells Fargo Securities, Stephen Cahall wrote about the sort of the finances behind it. And he thinks it's a package that could bring a couple of $1 billion to the NFL.
All right, he's John Ourand. You all know him. Puck, got private emails 3 times a week, has a podcast Wednesday and Sundays. Great stuff as always. The question I have for you.
Wait, but can I ask you a question first?
Yeah, sure.
Because we have a lot of momentum going. But I saw you a couple weeks ago. That was an impressive event. You had Amazon. You had Jay Marine at the WSC, the Off the Record, which. How was it off the record? And then you put it on a podcast. We have to talk about what off the record means.
Well, 2 things. Number one, it's clearly everyone knows it's first off, a couple things. Number one, if I'm anybody in media and executive, and there's an audience, I would never consider anything off the record. So that's number one. Number 2, it's clearly told to the person, Jay in this instance, and Alana Russo, their head of PR over there at Amazon Prime Video Sports, that it's on the record and that we're gonna do a podcast and there's cameras and everything there. But off the record just makes it sound a little like
sexier.
I got a little post background. Yeah. That's like off the record. On the record, it's like all right, this is off the. We're getting the inside.
Yeah, now we're getting the real scoop here. Talking about Jay Marine's high school athleticism, which was my favorite part.
Yeah, Tyrone Wheatley, Chris Webber. I think he's a good athlete.
They know Jay Marine's name, Chris Webber.
Sure, yeah, they're talking about him.
Well, but just because he's an Amazon executive, not from what he did in high school.
I was going to keep talking, but since you did such a good segue, I'll just do the sponsor here, WSC Sport. That's our presenting sponsor, Sports Digital Asset Management. You got to use them. Highlights, League Team Network. You got to use WSC Digital Asset Management. Give you the highlights right away, WSC-sports.com. Mark Shapiro. Will you be there for that one? October 28th.
I love Mark, so there's a possibility. And I wasn't throwing shade. It was a really good event. It was standing room only when I got there. I bellied up to the bar for a water, only for a water. And I didn't have any of the canapes as they were walking around.
I was going to bring you a glass of wine, which I got a couple of suggestions to do that from your newsletter, which you've actually faded on that. We don't have to get into that.
I like it crisp. I don't like it tart.
Okay, there you go. AndrewMarchand.com. You want to sign up to go to the Shapiro event. Also, twice a week podcast. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you get it by 5:45 a.m. at the latest. A lot of times come out Monday and Wednesday. Archive. There's a lot of stuff to go into in the archive that you could just spend hours and hours listening to from whatever you like. If it's producers, Fred Gaudelli, if it's broadcasters, people like Joe Buck, Ian Eagle, Jim Nantz, et cetera, it goes on and on. And then also a lot of people that you don't hear from a lot, like Chris Olivero from WFAN Radio. So a lot of people to listen to that we've done already. All right, to get back to where we were, 18th game. Now, in your piece that came out on earlier in the week, Cahall said that $80 million they could get per game. And then on average, I didn't know this, that CBS and Fox pay about $18 million per game. I don't know. That seems like a big jump. My issue, and I've said this before, is that The NFL is dominant. They're not going anywhere. They're going to continue to be dominant. But when you have YouTube game on Friday, you add these early morning games. You have double headers for Monday Night Football, which they're getting rid of. I looked at the Sunday slate, that 1 p.m. slate. Now we had a good game with the Eagles and the Broncos if you have Sunday ticket, and then if you're in certain markets, but it wasn't a national game. It's pretty thinned out. Again, I always say this: you teach people not to care, or it's not that important. Eventually, they'll listen.
It's funny because I thought about that with Thursday night football, especially now that they're giving Amazon such a strong Thursday night schedule and the morning games on Sunday. All I can say is that if I'm the NFL or the networks, am I listening to my gut, like, which is what you're doing, or are you looking at like the actual viewership? Like the viewership today for the NFL is setting records, and like you said, it's thinned out a little bit, but it's up in every single window. It's up. It's impossible to argue from the game on the field, your viewpoint. But if I'm the NFL, yeah, there's an insatiable appetite right now. Let's try to fill it.
So when I cover people, I go with the assumption that they're smart, and I do, I really do. And then they can prove that they're dumb, and many times that does happen.
Are you about to call me dumb, Andrew?
No. That maybe later, but not now. No, but the NFL is smart. So what did they do this year? They front loaded the schedule. I mean, which is something that all these leagues should do, because then that gets the narrative, and then you kind of go across to the mean. Before you respond to that, I just want to tell people, if you want to hear the whole podcast, andrewmarchand.com, andrewmarchand.com. You get Ourand every month. And then we have twice a week podcast. Meet a Pearl is great. If you didn't listen to it, we went deep into grading play-by-players the other day. So Andrew Marchand.